Sometimes I feel like I'm playing Russian roulette with my body. Like, it's the gun, and it's like everything I do is like you don't know, when it's gonna be something that's gonna be the end or too bad. That's hard. Like, I remember that one time the girls went to a birthday party and brought balloons home, and they were so happy and excited. And I had a reaction so bad that my breathing like cut off for a few seconds. And luckily Mom was with me, but she had to yell at the girls to get rid of the balloons. I felt so bad.
She has two main conditions: fluoroquinolone toxicity acquired disability, and then the other is mast cell activation disorder. Well, the fluoroquinolone toxicity was caused from side effects from Cipro. Messed up her intestines, digestive. That's what set off for the mast cell then, and started so where her body would overreact to everything and treat things that she's not really allergic to, but her body would react to it like she was. The mast cells are part of your autoimmune system, and normally their job is, when you are injured, to cause an inflammation to bring healing to that area and then retreat and be gone. But what happens for hers is the mast cells go into activation, but they don't shut off. And then they overreact to everything and anything.
It wasn't actually till the second time that I was given the medicine and I had a catastrophic reaction, which was like horrible pain in my back. I was unable to sleep for more than like 20 minutes at a time. Started throwing up everything I was eating. My vision, it was like I was looking through like wavy glass, and that's when the doctors were like, "Oh, you're having a reaction to this medication." The doctors really didn't tell us much about it. They just told me to stop taking the medication. Like, it wasn't this big deal. Like, just stop taking it and you'll be fine. So it was, sorry.
It's okay.
It was Mom's friend who really told us, like, this is serious. And that's when we started doing more research. She gave us a lot of information on it. In the beginning, when I was first got sick, I was so reactive that my bedroom was down a little bit of a hallway, and we had to put up plastic sheeting with a cut in the middle for people to kind of come through. And
I helped hang that.
Yes, you did. Yeah, and it served its purpose at the time. It kept me more safe in my room. That was also very hard, though, to be. That was the only area that I could be. I left for very brief times to go to the bathroom and get food sometimes if Mom wasn't bringing it or available to bring it to me. So that tiny room was like my whole world for, almost 6 years.
There are so many people in the support groups whose families are not willing to sacrifice to make a safe place for their family members that suffer with this. And they are constantly sick and in danger and feel so marginalized or so unimportant that they feel like the family members are trying to kill them just to get rid of them so they don't have to deal with it. How many of them are homeless or have had to go live in their cars because of things with families and not willing to be safe for them to have a place to be. I don't let her on the support group sites, and I'm very selective as to what I share with her that's on there, because it's very often that we lose people in the group. some to the health issues, and some just can't take it anymore and kill themselves. And so I don't share that with her. I can't share a lot of what the other people are experiencing. I only share with her if a lot of the people are having the same issues that she is, to reassure her it's not you. The others are experiencing the same thing, at the same time. The fluoroquinolone damage that set off the mast cell. And so the mast cell we deal with more on a daily basis, whereas the fluoroquinolone is more of the long-term physical and what it did to her brain. But the mast cells is what we deal with because of the swelling and the affecting her breathing.
Being grateful of all the things that you have. We, as a society, take for granted so many things. All of the stuff that we have available to us, and having everything taken away. Like, I really appreciate everything that I have now. Every time I can get out a book and read a physical book or crochet something, or I got one of those like 3D jewel paintings. I'm just really grateful that it just brings a different joy to life that I wish other people could experience without having to go through what I've gone through. It would be something I'd like to share with other people. It's kind of a simple life, but it's being able to do the simple things is really brings me a lot of joy because I couldn't do them for so long. So something like crocheting, something for somebody else always makes me feel really good and happy, and like I'm contributing or still part of life. You do get to where you feel very isolated. It wasn't that I didn't want you guys there, but it made me feel like the bad guy because there were so many things that you had to give up not to. Like, I remember that one time the girls went to a birthday party and brought balloons home, and they were so happy and excited. And I had a reaction so bad that my breathing cut off for a few seconds. And luckily Mom was with me, but she had to yell at the girls to get rid of the balloons. I felt so bad. That was the hardest thing for me, was feeling like I was limiting everybody else's happiness, or the things that you can eat, or that was the hardest part for me because I knew you guys needed a place to live, but it made my life a lot scarier with having so much that was out of my control of what you guys brought into the house, or and then with having other parents that would send things home, with the kids after their visitation, and not understanding. And I know Marley's grandma a couple of times has sent stuff with her, or makeup and things, because I there's too many chemicals and makeup, and even though it's on someone else, it gets in the air and I react to that, so that was hard too. And sometimes I feel like I'm playing Russian roulette with my body. Like, it's the gun, and it's like everything I do is like, you don't know, when it's going to be something that's going to be the end, or too bad. That's hard. I'm on, I guess, what's considered a cocktail for people with mast cells. I take a very large dose of medicines that are usually over the counter, but it's prescribed for me to take more. So I'm doing 40 milligrams of Claritin, which usually you only do 10 in a 24-hour period. So I do 2 at 8 a.m. and then 2 at 8 p.m. And then I'm also taking Pepsid, which people know as like an antacid, but it's actually a histamine 2 blocker also. So that's like hive and this swelling in the throat kind of reaction. So I'm also taking, I believe it's 40 milligrams of that too. I take it at the same time with the Claritin in the morning and then at night. And the goal with that is to get my body to calm down enough and not have the severe reactions so that the mast cells that aren't needed can go back to being dormant and not so hypervigilant. And it has made a difference. I'm not having the really severe reactions constantly. They're more like these where right now where it's like swollen and I can feel like my throat is a little bit hard and swollen inside, but it's not to the point where I feel like I'm going to choke or stop breathing.
And now she's able to, we have to be careful how often and how long, that we go, because she does, the mast cells will activate from overexertion. So we have to limit, how much and how long. But we've been able to go, like we can go walk, we can go to the store. Now we have to limit, we can't go to, say, like 3 stores in one day. We have to limit how much we go and do, but that has improved. What she's able to eat has improved. Like I said, her blood tests from the doctor have improved.
Anything that comes into the house, we test. If I can go to the store with Mom, if I'm doing well enough, we'll test it right in the store. Yeah, anything that's in here has been tested. Even like the books and everything, anything that I buy before it's brought into my bedroom, where it's like I consider like my safe space, has been tested first. Yep, brushing my teeth. Can't use any tap water. That people don't think about. It's just usually just so easy. Me, I have to heat water. Use a jug to rinse everything. It's just little stuff like that you don't think about that really makes everything in my life take more time and be more difficult.
The other thing is with Social Security and being able to get disability, it's very difficult for them to be able to get disability. And so most of them are dependent on somebody taking care of them.
I don't get any disability or anything like that. Of that, everything is just Mom who's taking care of me.
And some of that is because she was only 22 when she had the damage done from the medicine, and they said she hadn't worked enough. She hadn't worked long enough to be able to qualify for Social Security.
I keep telling her the Lord would supply someone that would take her in. And I know I have a support enough that I think that would happen. If no one would step up, it would probably be a death sentence for Joy.
Check out the links in the description for ways you can help Joy. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe.